Hello everyone, and today we have with us Chantal, the third-year PPE student from South Africa. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's super cool to be here. My name's Chantal. I'm from South Africa. I come from near Johannesburg, and I've been living here in Prague specifically for 2 years and studying PPE the whole time. So, yeah.
That sounds quite far from Prague. Why did you decide to come here to the Czech Republic?
When I was 17, I went on high school exchange. So I came and I lived in the Czech Republic for a year. And then I went back to South Africa to finish high school. And I've always wanted to study in Europe. And Prague was just the logical answer because I've been here before. I came back for that.
Sounds wonderful. But what about PPE? What made you study politics, philosophy and economics? It's not a usual choice.
Yeah, that is true. I chose it because I've always really been interested in politics, and South African politics is very interesting and very volatile, maybe you could say, very, very just interesting and up and down. So it's a cool topic to kind of study, specifically in South Africa. I just wanted a more global view of it. So I decided to come here to Europe, to Prague specifically to study it. So, yeah.
So, how do you like the PPE so far? What do you think about it? The strength, the weaknesses, maybe?
Yeah, I quite enjoy the program here. It's grown in strength, I think, over the 2 years that I've been studying here.
That's definitely true?
Yeah. It's definitely grown in people, and then also just the content of the course has expanded and gotten a lot more diverse, which I'm quite grateful for. Maybe weaknesses? Should we bring up weaknesses?
Well, of course.
So I would say I think people assume that university is kind of like high school, so they expect to have a lot more hands-on help, whereas I do think it's a lot more initiative-based. So if you want something, you need to go and do it yourself. The teachers and the lecturers aren't going to come and follow you and catch you to do something. If you want to get good marks, you have to work hard to get them. The lecturers aren't going to do it for you. And I mean, it's not a weakness, it's a part of life. That's what growing up is. I think a lot of people in first year, it makes them panic. So, yeah.
Well, it prepares you.
Yep,
Prepares
that is
you
true.
for the way ahead. So how have you been dealing with this? What's your experience with making PPE for yourself?
It's been pretty good for me, I think. I actually had visa issues before I came. So I actually only came halfway through the first semester. And I literally just threw myself straight into the student society with PPE society and kind of got myself involved immediately and going to events and that. And I probably did too much at the beginning.
But it definitely paid off.
It paid off. It did pay off, yes. I went home recently and my family and whatnot were like, wow, Chantal's really grown up, and I've only been here for 2 years. It's definitely paid off in the way of socializing and learning how to deal with people and learning how to just be a good adult in a way and just like navigate life really well and be very independent. I think that would be like advice, I would say, to just kind of throw yourself into it. There are opportunities, and again, you have to take initiative and go for them and actually put yourself out there. So, yeah.
Sounds really proactive, and right now we're really lucky because Chantal is one of the people who have been presidents of PPE Society and one of the people who have done most to it, developed the PPE Society the most. What was your experience as PPE president like?
It was very interesting. It's not for everyone. It was a bit of a challenge. The whole year was a challenge, honestly, but it was very, very good to grow me and to just understand how things work and how almost like project management, trying to just problem solve, project manage, and just like extend yourself, which I really enjoyed. There were challenges obviously with trying to get events going and just getting people to help, because I mean, you're not paid to be in PPE society, it's all like voluntary, and so yeah, the incentive isn't so huge in like a physical way, but the incentive of what you're learning and the people you're meeting and the friends you're making is enough, or it was enough for me. So yeah, I would say that's my experience, like good and bad, but mostly good.
So it's like you've been making the most out of it.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I'm kind of tired now though. I have one semester left, so I'm not doing anything anymore. But yeah, for about a year and a half, 2 years, I did quite a bit. So I was, yeah, quite happy with it.
Well, a bit connected to that, what would you recommend to the first year students or people who think about applying to PPE?
Recommendations, I kind of know what you want out of it. I don't necessarily mean like know what you're going to do as your career one day, because I don't think anyone knows when they're like 18 years old. I mean, I've changed my mind 3 times in the 2 years I've been studying. But I think what I mean by that, like knowing what you want, is knowing what you want out of the university and out of your time at university, and really kind of just focus on studying and the here and now, because if you're focused too much on what you're going to do in 5 years' time, you miss out on everything that's happening now. And like part of focusing on the here and now is going to events, meeting people, reaching out to professors, networking.
Yeah, sounds like
figuring
PPE is
out.
all about networking and being in the moment.
Yeah.
Participation.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I mean, if you're in a lecture and the professor says that they're hosting a conference and they need help, say that you will help them. Don't just wait for the professor to come
definitely.
to you.
Sometimes,
put your hand up.
Sometimes people complain that they're not getting enough opportunities, but in reality they are not really taking them, as the experience shows.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans after PPE? What do you plan on doing?
After PPE, I can't afford to do a master's just yet. So I will be starting to work full-time. So I'm doing an internship at the moment with an NGO, and I'm hoping to kind of go into humanitarian aid in the future. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. But I teach English at the moment, so I'll just turn that into a full-time job, and yeah, that's the plan. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. I wish you success in all your future endeavors, and have a nice day.
Cool, thank you.